Hey there, I'm Joe Carter. If you've ever popped the hood and thought, where do I even start? You're in good company. Around here, we take the mystery out of car repair, one fix at a time. Whether you're a beginner or just looking to sharpen your skills, there's something here for you. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe if you're into learning without the headaches. All right, that's enough from me. Let's get into it.
Balancing is the process of balancing the inertial masses acting on the axle when the wheel rotates. Let's consider how wheel balancing occurs, as well as when it should be carried out. The physics of the process. Unbalanced masses in rotation create centrifugal forces with their own direction vector. The greater the mass, the greater the inertial force appears when rotating. As a result, we get vibrations during acceleration, braking, or in some particular speed mode. To avoid this effect, the mass of the wheel must be evenly distributed relative to the axis of rotation, center. From the point of view of physics, the process is described by the formula for calculating the centrifugal force, m, unbalanced mass. W, angular velocity, rotation speed. R, radius of removal of the unbalanced mass from the axis of rotation. From the above formula, we can see that the centrifugal force depends on the rotational speed, the distance from the axis of rotation to the unbalanced point, and the mass of the place at the point. From this, the following conclusions can be drawn: as the rotational speed of the wheel increases, the negative effect of unbalanced masses will increase, which means an increase in vibration. The further the point of unbalanced mass is from the center of the axis of rotation, the greater its effect on the magnitude of centrifugal force. This is why rubber irregularities cause much greater vibrations than commensurate unbalanced masses on a wheel rim. Due to the nature of rubber manufacturing, it is extremely difficult to make perfectly flat tires. This is why special weights are used to balance wheels, which are attached as far as possible to the edge of the wheel. Types of unbalance. Unbalance can be of two types: static, uneven distribution of mass along the length of the circle. In other words, if you draw a diagonal, there will be different masses at opposite ends of the diagonal. This imbalance can be determined by spinning a wheel mounted on a freely rotating axle. A wheel with a pronounced static imbalance will always stop in the same position, because the heaviest point will always be closest to the center of Earth's gravity. Dynamic unbalance is an unequal distribution of mass across the width of the wheel. When rotating, unbalanced masses at an angle to the axis of inertia will tend to unbalance the wheel from side to side. In the case of iron rims, balancing uses mostly padded weights that fit snugly into the outer and inner rims of the disc. For alloy wheels, universal self-adhesive balancers are used. The disadvantage of adhesive weights is that they are not secure enough. The impact of road reagents, temperature changes, sticking mud, and high-pressure washes negatively affect the adhesive layer, so adhesive compensating weights are more often lost in the process of operation than stuffed copies. On the territory of Russia there is Interstate GOST 4754-97, which regulates the threshold values of imbalance, as well as the maximum mass of compensating weights for one wheel. When wheel balancing is needed, balancing wheels is necessary in the following cases: when replacing the tires seasonally. It is recommended to perform balancing, even if you have two pairs of wheels, and therefore the installation and removal of rubber from the discs are not performed. This is justified by the fact that in the process of operation of the disc, especially iron and rubber are subjected to loads when passing bumps, which on our roads are plenty. Therefore, over time, the arrangement of masses is disturbed and new wheel balancing is required. After a hard hit in a deep pothole, hitting a curb and other impact loads. Also, as a preventive measure, it is recommended to perform wheel balancing every 10 to 15,000 kilometers. If the above recommendations seem to you an excessive precaution or a waste of money, familiarize yourself with the consequences to which the operation of the car with unbalanced wheels leads. Why it is unprofitable to save money on balancing what is fraught with ignoring the recommendations: uneven wear of rubber. Suspension and steering components receive 10 times the load. That is why saving money on wheel balancing can result in costly repairs. In the first place will suffer steering rack, lugs, steering link bushings, ball bearings, as well as hub bearings. If the cost of suspension parts, most likely, will not frighten motorists who own budget foreign cars and domestic cars, then the owners of premium cars, for example, Audi or even WV Passat B5, should think twice, as the cost of aluminum suspension cannot be called humane. Repair of the steering rack in any case will cost you a lot of money. Rules of balancing in the conditions of a statistical tire station, only dynamic imbalance can be corrected, since the correction of static unbalance requires specialized equipment. Let's consider simple rules that will help you, as a customer of the tire station, to identify gross violations in wheel balancing. All old weights shall be removed at each new wheel balancing. The machine must be mounted on a horizontal plane and be rigidly fixed. The area for sticking the weight must be degreased and dried beforehand. Sad as it may seem, it is impossible to visually determine the quality of wheel balancing. Correctness largely depends on the wear of the machine, accuracy and frequency of calibrations, as well as the skill of the master. When the maximum allowable weight of balancing weights per wheel, established by GOST 4754-97, is exceeded, the wheel should be flattened, and the rubber should be rotated 180 relative to the disc. 3D wheel balancing. 3D balancing of wheels is the most progressive way to eliminate imbalance. The main features of the process. In conclusion, proper wheel balancing is essential for ensuring a smooth and safe driving experience. By maintaining balanced wheels, you not only enhance your vehicle's performance but also extend the lifespan of your tires and improve fuel efficiency. Regular checks and adjustments can prevent uneven wear and reduce vibrations, ultimately leading to a more comfortable ride. Remember, investing a little time and effort into wheel balancing can save you money and enhance your overall driving experience. Thank you for watching, and drive safely.